Good evening, everyone. It is an honor to be here tonight and speak with all of you. This is my 4th time attending Gala, and each year I'm thankful for this opportunity. But this year, Gala is particularly special. This year, I have the chance to tell all of you my story. I'm Kimberly Donoghue, a 2015 graduate of Noble High School in North Berwick, and I just began my senior year at the University of New England as a marine science major, chemistry, and biophysics double minor. More importantly, I was welcomed into the Mitchell Institute family in 2015. Now, just a moment ago, I referred to the Mitchell Institute as a family. Some may have thought I was just a cliche, and some may not have thought about it at all. But I really want to stress this point. I am so lucky to have the Mitchell Institute family in my corner, supporting me and rooting for me each and every day of my oh-so-hectic life. The reason I want to stress this point will be apparent after I tell you the story. It certainly isn't a fairy tale, but I promise it has a happy ending. It all started at the age of 14, when my mother decided she was done parenting and let me know that she was moving, and I was not invited. As a 9th grader, there were not many options for me. I considered moving in with my father, who I hadn't lived with since I was 6, but he had recently lost the only job he ever really had, and with no high school diploma, a felony, and a drinking problem, he couldn't get a job, and he couldn't even support himself. I was lucky enough to have friends take me in for a while so I could stay in the school district until I graduated, but I knew this wasn't a permanent solution to my problems. During the next 4 years of high school, while I was still trying to maintain any relationships with the few family members that still spoke to me, my brother committed suicide when he was 19 years old. 2 of my sisters had checked in and out of different mental institutions too many times to count. Another one of my sisters was addicted to heroin and meth with a baby boy in the way. And my oldest sister had dropped out of high school and was on the run from the cops with her boyfriend. I was nervous for my twin because though she hadn't been involved in anything as drastic as my other siblings, she was in with the wrong crowd as well. Now, none of these were my choices, but I was dealing with the repercussions. I had nearly perfect grades, was captain of the competition cheering team, part of student council, and I even had a part-time job. But I just felt like it didn't matter. Anything I was doing was overlooked because I was just the girl with the messed up family, and there was no way I was going to be able to amount to anything. How could I? I had to constantly support everyone else. How was I going to pay for college? How was I going to do anything except babysit my family for the rest of my life? And then something wonderful happened. I was fortunate enough to learn from all those mistakes, and I knew I wanted better for myself. So I decided that I, Kimberly K. Donoghue, was leaving my life behind me, my family included, and I was going to college one way or another. It was selfish, I could admit, but I was done trying to help those who didn't want to help themselves. I stopped putting into my efforts into anyone but myself. I got in contact with the homeless liaison at my high school, and she helped me file my taxes, get health insurance, apply for scholarships in colleges, and if you hadn't already guessed it, this is where my story turns good. I had no idea how I was actually going to afford school by myself, but I was accepted into my dream school, the University of New England, for marine biology. I was awarded some local scholarships, including the Mitchell Institute Scholarship, and with that, I was off. 3 years ago, I attended the Mitchell Institute Welcome Brunch, where a fellow scholar shared that the Mitchell Institute isn't just a check, it's a family. From that moment on, I knew these were my people, and I would finally have the kind of support my family should have given me all those years. And no, I don't mean money. The Mitchell Institute has given me much more than financial support. Yes, I get the check every spring, and I'm beyond thankful for that. But the kind of support I'm talking about is so different. I have attended nearly every event the Mitchell Institute has invited me to, where I've come to make so many friends, learn so many things, and become so much more me. For example, during a mile weekend last year, a fellow scholar described me as loquacious in an icebreaker game. When I learned it meant extremely talkative, it made perfect sense. That's probably why they asked me to give the speech today, as they knew I would have no problem talking. However, As outgoing and loquacious as I am now, I promise I used to be shy. In high school, I was always so self-conscious about speaking in front of people, and I never could have imagined I'd be giving this speech today. I also never thought I would have so many opportunities and make so many friends just by getting a scholarship. But that's the thing. It's been said before, and it'll be said again. It's not just a scholarship. I have such a great relationship with so many of the scholars and most of the staff. I know I can just send them a text, email, call, or even stop by the office to talk things through. For example, when I was having a hard time with the custody battle of my niece, and in a crazy turn of events, I was going to have temporary custody of a child at 19 years old, I called Kim, the scholarship director. It had nothing to do with school or the scholarship, but she was there for me. In fact, the Mitchell Institute has been there for me every step of the way through my college career. Freshman year of college, the Mitchell Institute family saved the day with the Promise Fund. I needed the help when I had spent all my money on my first semester's tuition. I had no money for books or money to replace the laptop that decided to die just as school was starting. I didn't know what to do, and I was terrified of the position I'd gotten myself into. I had done everything I could to get to school and pay for tuition. Fortunately, I had the Promise Fund. The Promise Fund made it possible for me to move ahead with the plans I had worked so hard to create. Sophomore year of college was coming around, and my financial aid application was due. I assumed, just as I did the year prior, I would file and work to pay the remaining balance as planned. And I'd be okay to get through my second year of my college career. The financial aid office informed me this would not be the case, and I was going to need my parents' information to file. At this point, my mother hadn't talked to me in 4 years, and my father hadn't been a father in several years. I was convinced this was the end of college for me. But the Mitchell Institute helped me get in contact with someone from FAME, the Finance Authority of Maine, who knew the ropes of financial aid. She helped me explain the situation to my financial aid office, and after that, I was able to file my application and then work to pay the remaining balance as planned. This is just one of the many ways that the Mitchell Institute can help support scholars like me. That doesn't include supporting me financially. Junior year of college, and the Mitchell Institute family was there to support me with a fellowship award. When I was given the wonderful opportunity to continue my coral health research on the remote Basil Jones Island in the beautiful country of Belize. This incredible learning experience would not have been possible without the funding from the Mitchell Institute Fellowship Award. I was even able to continue my research this past summer in a paid position, all because I was able to attend the initial trip and collect the data necessary. I am now interning with my research professor, allowing me to travel to Belize once again, and I even may be able to go to Panama in the spring if I play my cards right. This all started because I had the Mitchell Institute family there supporting me in the beginning. Every event that I attend with the Mitchell Institute, I gain more friends, I feel my confidence grow, I discover more about myself, and I learn more about life. Every encounter with the Mitchell Institute has made me even more thankful to be part of this family. I finally have people in my corner rooting for me, people who are happy for my successes, and people who give me the opportunity to reach my full potential. Now, as senior year is coming around, I am living my best life. And thankfully, so is the rest of my family. I'm now on speaking terms with my mother. My father has a steady job and is my absolute best friend. My oldest sister just started community college and has given me the most beautiful niece with another baby girl on the way. My twin sister has completed training at the fire academy and is looking to move on as an officer. My other sister is 2 years sober with a healthy, beautiful baby boy. And my other two sisters have full-time jobs, apartments, and are looking to return to school. I have so many things in my life to be thankful for. But today, I'm thankful for all of you. I'm thankful that because of your generosity, thousands of Maine students, including myself, have been given the chance to succeed. Thank you.